Nah, if I'm tier 4, I'm crashing out.
No, but wait. Hold on. Because if I was one-on-one and I missed, you're going to be like, why didn't you do your job? So if you're one-on-one with an attacker, do your job.
The people in the entourage of SDS was already destroying so many people. People were going to say that I did it for the money.
I heard about that.
And we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second as well.
If the goalkeeper is not saving, it's your fault. You're in the goal to save the ball. If you don't save it, it's your fault.
Those people that wouldn't even look me in the face, and I'm still part of the team.
When we played against you, there was people from our fan base saying that he's the trigger man. Bro.
I want my team to win. I want my team to win. Then now you can't be mad because you wanted your team to win.
If I'm getting 2 fifths on my lap, I'm walking.
Oh.
When I was like, that's no way.
You want me to be honest with
No,
you?
tell the truth.
He goes through my legs and they're like, Jesus Christ, it's the keeper's fault because it's gone through his legs again. I'm like, you missed out the moment where the guy goes past like 4 players at once. And the only reason why I done it was...
Yes, guys, we're here. Another Baller League special, you know. Only bringing big names onto the sofa so we could talk that big stuff. But let me introduce, obviously, the man on my left, wild card, target man, turn and quang.
The whack.
The whack. Danny's in the building.
Thank you.
And obviously, over to my 2 guests. I'll start with the one closer to my right, if you want to introduce yourself.
Luca Valentine, Santan FC.
And on to the far right.
Yeah, Big John, free agent. Like I'm not actually in Baller League. I don't think I've done anything like controversial or anything like that.
Nah, neither do I, you know.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Good, man.
But we're gonna get into Baller League. Obviously, we'll start with how you got into Baller League first and foremost. Start with you, Luca. Start with the trials. How that all worked with you. If you went to a trial.
Yeah, no, I went to a trial. Funny enough, I was in Dubai and I got called back from Dubai to come to the trial. So, like, I was going to go kickball out in Dubai, finish the season there. Got the call up. I said, take the opportunity, to be fair. Like, I'm not going to miss that out. Like,
So you chose the trial over.
No, I chose the trial over here 100% because I knew what it came with. Like, you got to balance the pros and the cons.
Okay.
Like, the exposure, the platform. Like, you'd be stupid to say no at the end of the day. Like, so made that decision. And I turned up to the first London trial.
Westway.
Yeah, at Westway. And I'm not going to lie, I absolutely turned up. And yeah, we done our thing. Like, not just myself, but the team that I was in. Like, it just made it a lot easier for us to all get accepted. Our whole team got brought in.
Just touching on that, yeah. You see, in terms of your group, because obviously I went to trial as well. Do you think it's easier if your group is lit as a collective, or you out your group is the one? Would you think works best?
I told the guys from the jump, it's not a clip farming joint. Stop playing for yourself at the end of the day.
Oh, you set this.
Bro,
you set the rules.
I'm a team player, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I like to, if I look good and the other players around me look good, we look better as a collective at the end of the day.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
you can try and dribble past 4 or 5 players, but at the end of the day, if you lose the ball and your execution's not right, you don't look as good as you instead of making that pass, if that makes sense, and finishing the sequence, if that makes sense. But I told them from the jump, I was like, look, none of this clip farming stuff. We play ball, like, move the ball, we'll all get put through to the next round. I didn't know how it exactly operated back then. I thought you had to go through like another stage or whatnot, but we just got called through. So they all understood the process. We all understood it. And yeah, it worked at the end of the day. Like, we're here now. So
Steady. No, of course. John, chat to me.
You know what? Well, I have to start off by shouting out Jamie Boyce. He was one of the guys that was working at Baller League, a really good mate of mine. And he told me about the trials and just what Baller League was going to be quite in advance to everyone else. So he told me, look, I can't guarantee you a spot, but I can guarantee you a spot in the trials. And you just need to go out there and just do your thing. And I went to my trials and everybody said that was like the weakest day out of all of the days, like the first day. But for me, I've been to so many trials in like my years of playing football. I just knew that I just went there for a jolly up. Like, I just went there, like, just chat to the coaches, whatever, like, just mess about, whatever. Like, don't really take it as a trial. Just do your job and then go home. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. Like, there was definitely no pressure. And the good thing was a lot of the coaches were impressed with me, especially for like the shot stopping side of things and whatnot. And funny enough, because I could play with the ball up with my feet, which became a bit controversial in the Border League apparently. So yeah, like I kind of had the idea that I was probably gonna make the drafts a little bit, even though it took forever. Like he got a message that he was in the draft like 2 weeks before me, and like they took their time to tell me. But yeah, I kind of knew that I'll probably make it. Like I think I'd done enough on the day, and yeah, the rest was history. Before the draft, I ended up training with like SDS or like Sharky. So I got to see a lot of the players that ended up in the drafts. In the end, we just practiced and tried to make an impression good enough to get picked up. And
of course.
I feel like that also made me feel a little bit more like calmer knowing into the draft that I probably will get picked up somewhere, because if I don't get picked up by Sharky, I also have plenty of mates that have teams. So yeah, that was pretty much the case with that.
Just to touch on, like, from a goalkeeper's perspective, in terms of when you are doing the trial, what's the environment like? Like, obviously, as players, we feel a certain way, or we would go about it. Is it different from like a keeper's perspective? Like, let's say, for instance, you make a good save. Are you getting that sort of comment from the keeper standing behind you, or is it kind of like it's quiet? Like they hope you concede, if that makes sense.
You know what? Like, let's be honest. With these type of things, most people say like it's doggy dog. Like, you know, flipping. You kind of want somebody to do bad, but at the same time, like if you go with that mentality, then you're just only going to make yourself nervous, because you're going to be like, if that guy pulls off a worldie now, you're going to be like, I need to pull off a worldie. Yeah. Whilst I think for me, I just went in there, just spoke to all the keepers, just found out their stories, all of that stuff. Like, even tried to help out some goalkeepers, because I know for a lot of people, especially when they're younger, you know, they might feel a bit more nervous. So like, even Oliver Cannon, for example, from Wembley Rangers, he was in the draft, and when we was doing like shot stopping drills, I can't lie, there's a couple times he got packed in, and he probably would tell you that himself. Like Urgis was having a blast. Like they thought Urgis was like the second coming of like Christ at the time, and you know what? He's an amazing player, so I'll give him his credit. But
to
at
be
the
fair,
same time,
he's smacking in 1v1s, like he's pressure points. He's doing his thing anyway.
But
so
I know him well enough that he couldn't even score a single goal against me, so I loved it, right? But at the same time, it's like, yeah, if you go with the mentality of like, oh, like I need this guy to mess up, blah blah, whatever. You don't know what a coach wants, right? And I'm sure that if you guys been to trials and stuff like that, a coach might not even be watching you half of the time. So you just have to go out there and just do your own thing. That's my way of going about it.
I got a question. Who is someone that was a standout in you two's trial that you saw and you was like, I feel like they're definitely going to get in? Or like, who took the show, like took the performance to another level and you're like, yeah, they're definitely going?
To be fair, I would have thought, what's his name? Is it Billy Love Island, from Love Island?
Oh, what, Billy Brown?
Billy Brown. He played
Really?
well. He played well in the trial. I thought he played really well at the trial, but he didn't get the call through. And I was just, at the time, I wouldn't say I was confused, but at the same time, I was shocked to see that he didn't get the call up as well, because he was literally in the same group as myself. So to see a lot of us get called up, and he was one of the ones shining out in the group. But I couldn't complain. I have nothing to say about it, to be fair. Like, he didn't get picked. They probably have their reasons why, but fair enough. I thought he should have definitely got the draft, to be fair.
And you?
I can't lie. There was one person that like rolled me 1-on-1 twice in one game. I don't even know who it was, because I didn't try to watch back the clips, no nothing. I was like, somebody did it. I have no idea who, but I mean, you know what? We did have quite a bit of talent. As much as they said that was meant to be the worst day. Like, Dids was in my trial. We had Smalls in my trial. And the thing is, like, a lot of those guys I've already known. So I kind of knew that they were probably impressed. But, yeah, I don't know. I kind of backed myself.
Yeah.
I thought that I done really well in the trials and whatnot. But yeah, I'll probably say, like, yeah, Smalls, probably. But, like...
Brother, can I just say, Smalls is a baller, by the way. I didn't clock how good he was until we actually played against him. Like, because obviously, like small players and whatnot. Like, I'm small myself.
I was gonna say you must be regular
Nah,
size.
But like, no, like shout out Smalls, bro, because he's a fucking baller. I'm allowed to swear on it. Sorry. Yeah, he's a fucking baller, bro. Like, gotta give a man his flowers, bro. I didn't expect that when I saw him in person, bro.
Let's talk about Santan. How's it been playing for them?
I'll be real. I'm loving it. Like, me personally, like, I'm not gonna, like, if I was to sit there, I'm gonna be honest. I'm loving it. Do I think I should play more minutes? Yes. But at the same time, I've understood that it's a team job. I'm looking at the bigger picture now. I want to get top 4. I want to win this thing. Like, we'll get to top 4 and then we'll get to replay like the Yaniteds, the Depot Trios, because they're pretty much guaranteed top 2 spots. And whoever the 3rd or 4th comes in, fair enough. But at the end of the day, it's a team effort, and I'm loving everyone in the team. The chemistry's there. Like, we have understanding for each other. Like, to be fair, I knew a couple of people, like the Mike Hills, Albie's coming as a wild card now. Like, so a couple men from the ends that we understood how we play and whatnot. But we've come in as a collective and just, we've done the job, to be fair. I feel like we've taken a massive understanding to how we play. And I can't complain, to be fair. I cannot complain whatsoever.
I just feel like, yeah, like as a player, like me personally, yeah, like I hear all the team playing and stuff and all of that stuff, and like I want my team to win and I want my team to do this, but like personally, me, I wouldn't be like saying I'm personally loving it if I wasn't playing as much as I think I should.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I can sit there and we can make it ego. I've sat there. If we want to go based off of like friendships or networks or CVs even, bro, I know my CV is probably one of the top in Baller League, if that makes sense. But I'm not going to sit there and go based off of that at the end of the day. Like, the gaffer has the final words. They want to play who they want to play, fair enough. At the end of the day, as long as I come on, every time I've come on, I've done something different. Like, I've made an impact to the games, whether or not I've scored or assists or... So, like, I'm looking at the bigger picture. Like, there's 12 weeks. It's the first season of Baller League. Do you get it? Like, this is only just the start. Like, I can sit here and crash out because I didn't play or whatnot. But as long as there's communications going through between myself, like I speak to the gaffer, speak to Justin, I say, like, is there a reason why I'm not playing or whatnot? He explains it, bro. It's simple. Like, rotational. Fair enough. Do you get it? It's not saying that I'm not good enough to be in the starting lineup, because there's guys who's been in Baller League and they haven't touched pitch, but they've been drafted, if that makes sense. So it's like, there's like a... Like, it's dark.
There's some people who've been released in that.
Like, it's dark. Like, do you get it? It's dark. So, like,
there's a reason. There's somebody...
Wait a minute. But no, like, honestly, like I'm grateful for the position that I'm in at the end of the day. Do you get it? Because at the end, like, it could be a lot worse. So, like, at least I'm getting recognition. Do I think personally I should get more recognition? Yes. But at the end of the day, football's about opinions. So who am I? I'm just a piece on the board. Do you get what I'm saying?
Who's not getting minutes?
Bro, there's loads of people that haven't been getting minutes.
Hey, be careful what you say here now.
There's loads of people that I've seen that have been drafted and haven't been getting minutes.
I saw a man the match week just gone standing on the bench like Sub-Zero next to his gaffer and didn't touch the pitch.
From who? What team?
There's no need.
It's mental.
To be fair, like, I can't.
Do you know?
Of course I know.
Oh, yeah.
Of course I know. That's why I'm like...
Why are we not doing names? I don't know who. Tell me.
Nah, but wait, hold on 1 minute. Like, the thing is, I can't give names because I generally don't know the people, but I'm just explaining. Wait a minute.
Are you sure, yeah?
Let me land.
I feel like you personally know a couple people.
He knows.
I'm saying that, like, the situation could be worse, innit? So I've got to be grateful.
You need to say the name, by the way. But go.
Like, you got to be grateful for the situations that you're put in and whatnot. So how can I complain at the end of the day? When I get my opportunities to shine, that's all I can do. Like, bro, at the end of the day, like, if I didn't get my shot, I probably would have crashed out by now. I'll probably be real.
But do you feel like you've got your shot? Realistic, like, honestly. Because there's been times I played football and I feel like, okay, the manager's brought me on for like the last 10. It's like, is that really a shot though? Or
it's not a shot.
Or are you doing it just to like keep me like?
Well,
keep me
cool.
around
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I ain't started a single game this first season of Baller League. Do I think I could start? yes, for the things that I can bring to the table for the team. But yet again, I'm not going to argue with it. Like, no player is bigger than the club. That's something that I've understood in my history of football. So who am I to argue? I can sit there and crash out, but then instantly that draws ego to myself, and that could then tarnish a relationship between the player and the club. And we had someone in our club that was...
They're gone now.
They're gone now.
They're not around
they
no
good?
more.
Me personally, I don't rate them.
Why? I heard they were the best in the world at one.
Well, where did you hear this?
What's the sport?
No.
What's the sport?
No.
What's the sport?
What's the sport? Is it futsal?
No, it's like cool.
R9.
Oi, I'm...
Don't call him that.
You
No,
can't, you can't,
Z9.
yeah, you
Oh,
can't
Z.
do that.
Apologies.
There's only one R9.
Sorry.
There's only one R9.
Sorry.
No,
Nazario.
Look.
You like had Nazario, and he's not a. Sorry, go on. No, go.
I'm gonna just say, cool. You're basically in the same boat as myself. Like, I'm in the same boat as someone who's not had the opportunity. But when you get given the opportunity, you got to take it. Do you get it? Take it with both hands. Don't fuck around. You've had the opportunity. You haven't produced.
Crash Bandicoot, you was.
Like, you haven't produced. So
Booga. You know that
He
guy.
had
who-
more-
it's a Augur
He had a lot of rugby tackles.
PS1
Oi,
days.
He had a lot of rugby
Oi.
tackles, I won't lie.
Oi.
But no, like, on a realness, like, it's a dog-eat-dog world, bro. Like, if you get your opportunity, take it. Especially if you're not in the favourites and you know that you're... Like, there are man them going into Baller League every Monday knowing that they're going to start. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you fall into that category that you're not going to be starting, but you might get an opportunity to shine, bro, you have to take it. And if you don't take it, then you don't have a foot to stand on. You don't have legs to stand on.
sure.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, he's come on. Like, me personally, football's about opinions. I don't think he was good enough to be in the team.
So when he come on, what happened?
Nothing.
No, because you skipped it. So the fact that you didn't say anything makes sense.
But I'm saying, if a player was to come on, you're expected to do something and impact the game.
Especially if you're
Like,
the way he's put himself out there as well, which is
it's
it's not a
about-
bad thing, but like you said, when you get your chance, you have to take it.
you have to take it. But here's my thing. Here's my take on it. Baller League is not futsal orientated. You have to be like, my game is like, bro, I'll go to war, bro. Like, do you get it? Like, you got to be, you can do all the techie tech and clip farm and whatnot, but at the end of the day, like, a win's a win, a goal's a goal. Like, you have to win your battles. If you're not winning your 50-50s, you're not winning your battles, then
Liability.
you get what I'm saying?
With you, man. I'm with you. John,
Yes.
chat to me about the good times. Chat to me about initially, you know, from draft night onwards,
Yeah.
you know, you got picked for SDS. How was it prior to, you know?
The situation. Well, look, I'll tell you this. I will always start off by saying like the vibes and the feeling at the club was quite cool to start off with. Like, there's a lot of really cool people at the club that even off the pitch, you know, there was still great energy and like chemistry. And you know what? It was quite cool. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially like we had a plan even for the bigger picture. So it wasn't only just orientated about Baller League. There was plans of what can we do for everybody to, you know, win in that sense. And it was cool, but the problem with us was that we had so many amazing players, but when it came down to actually like utilizing it in the right ways, it didn't work out. So whether that was like tactically or like mindsets, whatever, I think we came in with the mindset that, you know, because we know that there's a lot of good players on the team, that we can go against a weaker side and just roll them over or whatever like that, where that can't be the case. And it's interesting to see because you can see right now there's way more structure in the team, and that's why things are working out for the team. I feel like, you know, it's easy to say that, you know, myself being out the team and all of that stuff probably does make a difference. You've got, you know, a different type of mentality, but like when we were playing originally, and he could even like tell you, I would do like all the extra stuff behind the scenes that doesn't like get mentioned or whatever. So like, not only did I make sure that like myself, I was trying to be in the best condition possible, but on top of that, like I'll do analytics about the games literally like days before to tell them how to break down their team. I literally have their teammates come up to me and they're like, why didn't you just do what you said? Because it's literally like our biggest problem. Like, you do that, we stick to it, we win. But we kept getting broken down, whether that was like just a simple pass through the middle, and then like you just allowing teams to take shots and do all these things. And it was quite tough because for the strength of our team, of course, you know, 3 points after like 5 games is not good enough, and you kind of expect it. And I think, you know, I did get put in a hot seat eventually, which was quite unfortunate. Like, I think it was a mixture of, you know, teams losing, you kind of have to pick someone that is you know, going to be the scapegoat. And I think also with the fact that like my profile's a little bit bigger or whatever, if you go online, no offense to like some people, but like my name gets brought up into conversations a little bit more because they've seen me, whether that's on YouTube, TV, whatever. So it's easier to also just be like, well, this guy's playing shit, right? I started getting blamed for things that were out of my control, right? There was one goal that happened in the treble game where Emid literally goes through the whole team, and then he's one-on-one with me, and like I try and make the save because I have no time to react. He goes through my legs, and they're like, Jesus Christ, it's the keeper's fault because it was going through his legs again. I'm like, you missed out the moment where the guy goes past like 4 players at once.
That's what I was
right?
going to say. There's 3 lines in front.
That's what I'm saying. But the thing is, like, there was always that hope that with this league, anybody can win. So all it takes is that one win to get over the line, and you can get into, you know, the groove of things. And I'm happy for SDS that they've been able to do that, because a lot of people think that I absolutely hate SDS. It's quite the opposite. Like, a lot of those guys are still my boys. So like, even whatever they do, wherever they play a game or whether I'm there, I still like go up to them and I'm like, I'm so happy that you're getting your shine and doing all of these things. But of course, when he was losing the 5 games, the energy wasn't also the same. So that was a little bit all over the gaff. But outside of that, like, big up to them, because like literally from game week 2, was playing with injuries, illnesses. Sharky went out his way to like, in game week 2, get me like a physio, because literally my hamstring was gone. I thought that I was going to be out for like a couple of weeks. Ended up playing like the following Monday against you lot.
I backed.
Yeah.
Is that so? The hammy was part of the Albi.
No, that's not even that.
No?
I'll tell you
Okay,
this.
okay,
I spoke to, no, trust me.
Sorry.
No, it's calm.
So you drink a double shot?
I don't think your legs moved as
You actually
quick.
made
So
me
when
drink
he,
a double shot. That's all I want to let you know.
do you know what it is as
I'll
well?
tell- yeah.
Do you know what it is as well? Albi's not that quick. So when Albi done it in slow mo,
Yeah.
I thought you would have been in fast mo.
So I'll tell you
can
this.
tell me,
I'll tell you
sorry.
this, right? Because I had a whole chat with Albi and Max about this, right? So the way Max played the ball, he wanted Albi to go around me. And the thing is, when I've played with Albs for so long, and same with Max, that's why when it came down to the penalties, I was able to save their penalties, all of that stuff. I know his main thing was to try and go around me, right? But where the ball was passed to him, and he said it himself, it was too far behind him. So for him, his first instinct was to not try and go around. It's like he has to just get some sort of contact. And it was enough to like go past, because usually if you watch any other clip of when I'm like going up against defenders, I know the difference between when do I need to stay up and when I need to like create a barrier and save a shot. And if you watch that, that's the only time in this baller league where I actually stayed up. And that's why like my knee went down and I just
Hamstring.
Nah, not the hamstring. I can't use that as an excuse.
I got you.
It was like, it happens in football. Like that happened, but then I felt like I still had a pretty good game after that and whatnot. It's just unfortunate, like that clip went there and went viral. But
It's good. It happens.
you know what?
It happens,
If I scored a goal like that, I'll flip him big line.
Yeah, it's going all over the place.
That's
It's
a
going all over the
very
place.
good goal. Like, credit to him. Like, fair play.
Bro, I didn't even clock he done that until I saw the actual clip itself. Bro. Like, I didn't see it. I couldn't see it from the side. But then I watched it back and said,
It was a really good goal.
Bro, that's...
Really
Done that, and then he done the.
And then he done
That
that.
bit.
He's
Fatality.
later.
That bit. If I said, what's he trying to do in goal?
You know what's the worst part? For like the whole week straight, right? He like reposted that video on TikTok like 5 times, and every single time he'll like comment in like his old reel, being like, "John, I'm so sorry. Like, I wish that it happened to some different keeper. Like, you're still my bro." I'm like, I understood the first time, but not the 5th time. Like, Jesus Christ. But you know what? Fair play to him. Like, what a player. Him and Max. I've got love for them as well.
No, they're good. They're good players, man. So shout out them.
No, I got a question.
Talk to me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me, I'm always real. Everyone knows this. I just always cut to the stuff. I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
Say it as it is.
Like I feel like like genuinely and honestly, do you actually feel like that you were scapegoated for the wrong or the right reason? Like, do you feel like you was actually the problem?
And I can tell you, yes.
You were the problem.
I feel like I got scapegoated a little bit, right?
Were you a part of the problem?
I feel like you could probably say yes, because like nothing was working. It's not like, you know, we was going in games and you could say like there were standouts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like if you can tell me like ideally that, oh yeah, there was standout players in that team at the time that you're like, yes, he is the reason, like, you can't like
I think it stunk.
go against him. I feel like
I think it
we,
stunk.
as a whole, we stunk. And that's, like, you can't sugarcoat it. And like, even like Diz played well, he scored 2 goals. There was moments where I know people were saying like, he probably could have done a little bit better. But when it came to clutch moments, he done his thing, like eventually. I think if you break down the goals, right? Could I have saved certain shots, whatever? Towards the end, I do think, yeah, I made a couple mistakes that definitely cool. I owned up to it. I can gladly say sure. But at the same time, prior to that, or like most of it, you put any goalkeeper in that net, he's making that same mistake. And I feel like, yeah, if you watch it, whether that was Baller League themselves, because I've even had people from Baller League come up to me and say these type of things, whether that's people at SDS, they would even tell you that at times I was scapegoated. Because think of it in this way. How many goalkeepers have made crazy errors in Baller League? If you watch the whole day, right? And how many times is my clip posted of a mistake compared to even worse mistakes that somebody else has made? There was a point where literally on Instagram and TikTok, I was getting tagged and named on socials because I knew that the engagement was just going to be much higher. And I don't blame them. Like, it's so smart. Like, of course, it's going to flip in, Sel's going to do his things. But even that game, right, that we played against you guys, I saved 2 penalties. I saved the most shots out of any goalkeeper in the whole of Baller League. I've also scored a goal. No mention of that, no. But, I make a error because, you know, like, yeah, I made an error, cool. That's rough. There was a goalkeeper that same week that made 3 errors in 1 game.
Name names.
No. Because I'm here for my GK.
But when it was me to name names, it was alright.
No. You know that I was flipping joking, but that's what I'm saying, right?
You got 2 names to name, by the way. It's Keeper and Sub-Zero.
But this is what I'm saying. There's... well, but no, like, there's so, like, when you're in that league, as a goalkeeper, it's close to impossible to play a perfect game where you don't make mistakes. And in games that I did make mistakes, I owned up with it with saving a penalty straight after or doing something in that regard. Now, the biggest takeaway from where I feel like, because I've been a massive advocate of getting Haff in, right? People might think that, I'm probably like jealous that they've... No, I think he suits the system pretty well. My biggest thing, people are saying, my passing and my distribution was quite terrible. Or not terrible, but like limited. At the same time, watch how we played as a team. How many chances did I actually have of being able to play my game and passing? Like, I'm telling you, even from the get-go, in certain games, I'm looking up and everyone's had a man on them. Or like there was no
Yeah.
Listen,
man.
Louder.
But like, or like the movement was limited. And I think the thing that Baz did now, he's created like some sort of ideology into the team that things that should have been eradicated by game week 2 were not eradicated, right?
Would you say that's including, because obviously Hamza's coming, who's a good player. Haff's coming.
Yeah, as well.
One thing I don't think anyone's spoken about, what was Manish like, the coach before? What's his name? I call him Manish. Sorry.
Yeah.
Obviously, no one speaks about him. He's obviously dead and buried. But what was he like as a coach?
You know what? I'll tell you this. Like, he was quite a personable coach. I think the biggest problem was when, like, speaking to higher ups in SDS, they said that like the biggest problem was that when we had games, he wasn't involved. Like, he wouldn't speak to the team. He wouldn't actually share his ideology of how we had to play. And to be honest, I felt very sorry for him because a lot of what came down to like him departing the team, I think that also came from the fact that as a team, we just didn't do enough. Like we was told a plan, we didn't follow through with it. We was playing to how other teams wanted to play rather than doing our thing. I know that I keep going back to the game against you lot, but like we knew from the get-go that there was a certain way that we had to play. You can't let passes go through the middle. You have to, you knew who the danger players were, all of that stuff. By the second half, we capitulated. You lot had 38 shots that game, I believe. In 30 minutes.
Not you counting or anything.
No, listen.
He wasn't counting.
The stats are online. The stats are online, right? Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. So
Time
like,
to go higher.
but this is what I'm saying. So it's like, these are the type of things that don't get mentioned. And like, even when you're watching SDS play now, I think a big part of it is the fact that the ideologies of what needed to be done in game week 2 is finally being inputted, right? Because like, look, not taken away from him because he done his thing, right? Did you not see his goal that he scored against me?
My goal was simple, fundamental.
No, genuinely, it's like, you know when you have like a coach doing a drill and they have to like exaggerate the movements?
Exactly
I'm
that.
being deadly serious. He literally goes, and then turns back, right? And our defender, I'm not, what's it called, Bailey, who's been doing amazing right now. He's been SDS's star player now. He gets caught in no man's land, absolutely leaves him. He goes in behind and he literally has like 10, 20 seconds to score a goal. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Those type of things weren't implemented in the team before, but those are small little things that could make the difference. Because, say for example, even if in the game changer, if I score one more goal, the dynamic's different because that turns into a draw. Nim stays in place. We probably still have the momentum to carry on. So it's those small little things. And I knew from the moment that we was going to play Cortez. And you know what? Bless Cortez. Lots of amazing people. But I kind of already knew that we're going to win that game. Because the way that they match up tactically would not work against SDS. And I knew the moment that's going to happen, they're going to get a win. And once you get that win, the whole momentum changes in the team. And I knew if we win that game, I'm out. Like, because if something's working, you don't change it, right? There's no excuse for me to be back in the team if we win a game. So I already accepted it before the game even happened. I already knew what was going to happen.
Was that the game that Haff stepped in for you?
Yes.
Against Clint?
And like, even if you watch that game, I think if I was in that team playing, I reckon that we still get a win. I think there's a couple.
You saved a couple of pens. Not to say you wouldn't save them because you have saved
well,
them.
That was my best attribute as well.
But it boosted what he do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it boosted that. So
In a reverse though, let me hear what your answer is.
Yeah.
Based off of
Talking to you, me.
I'm talking to both.
I'm joking. I'm here.
Cool. Because
I'm here.
it's interesting to hear. Cool. My opinion is obviously with his situation, there's 3 lines in front before you can blame the keeper. Before the ball ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah. Are you talking about that goal in particular?
I'm talking about his situation in general.
General.
Like as a player on the pitch, can you blame the keeper before the 3 lines in front? If that makes sense. So you got defense, midfield, striker. If they're not holding their lines, defending right.
If they're not doing their thing,
Like,
can the blame go to the keeper?
We know as players, it's easy to throw the blame on the keeper. But if you're not taking accountability for the jobs that you're doing outfield, do you get what I'm saying? So, like, what's your take on...
I think depending on the goal, depending on the situation, like if I see a man running through and then he scores, I'm looking at us lot first before, depending on how the goal goes in. This is what I'm trying to say. So, scenarios are different, but obviously, of course, before it gets to the goalkeeper... Before it gets to the goalkeeper, bro, it's a scenario thing. Put it this way: if I let a man shoot, I'm letting him shoot, bearing in mind that I'm feeling that that's not going in based on the keeper I've got. Now, if it goes in, keeper's looking at me while I let him shoot. Yeah. I'm looking at the keeper thinking, there's no way he should be scoring from there. So for certain scenarios, I may have to blame the keeper, but on the flip side, the keeper could look at me saying, bro, why are you letting him shoot?
I'll be honest, I think the keepers in Ballers League have made too many simple mistakes and it's just not up to standard, if I'm being honest. I feel like there's a lot of shots. I feel like most of the keepers play 11 aside.
Yeah.
So they're used to bigger goals.
Yeah.
So if I put you on a smaller goal and I'm shooting with limited, like, most of the shots, like, if it's from far away, okay, it'll be a powerful shot. But most of the shots are, like, in between gaps. I just don't think the keepers are working their feet fast enough. Okay. And I also feel like that most of the goals that I see, like, it's never really bins. It's like here or like here. And they're just not reacting fast enough, if I'm being honest with you. That's my honest opinion.
Okay.
And I also feel like, obviously, we can say like the 3 lines in front, but if a striker's not scoring, obviously, that's what we'll blame him for. If a defender is not defending, that's what we'll blame him for. If a midfielder is not passing the ball and getting it to everyone, that's what we'll blame him for. If the goalkeeper is not saving, it's your fault. You're in the goal to save the ball. If you don't save it, it's your fault.
Okay.
I don't want to hear you're blaming the striker for not defending. He's in the team to score. The midfielder's in there. The only person
that is so poor for me.
The only person that you can pick.
So poor for me,
obviously, I hear like the defenders of the team, attackers of the team. I hear that, yeah. But your sole purpose of being in that goal is to stop the ball going in there. And if people are beating it off at you and it's just like, it's not going bins and you're in a smaller goal than normal, you should be making saves.
Okay, so I've got my receipts. Right?
I'm not saying you.
No,
I'm not saying you.
Hit me out.
I'm not saying you, I'm saying the keepers. I didn't say the keepers, just to let you know.
But I'm just saying, before I officially left SDS, right, I had faced the most shots out of any goalkeeper. I've also had the most saves out of any goalkeeper in the league, right? These are the type of things.
Talk your stuff.
Yeah, these are the type of things
That's not what Ballers League said.
Well, listen.
Ballers League said it was Mackenzie.
That's what I'm saying. And check the stats.
Did you hear it?
I didn't hear it.
But this is what I'm saying.
Hear it. I don't check the goalkeeper stats.
I heard it.
I don't check the
I
goalkeeper stats.
know.
I have
checked.
heard. Did you hear it?
But
Did
I'm
you hear
saying-
it being said though?
I didn't, but
okay.
I know which game it is because he made 13 saves. The game that I played against, what's it called? I
What game
believe
was that? What game was it?
It was the game after ours, I think. But for the game that we played against each other, I'm pretty sure I had 16 saves that game. Bear in mind, regardless, as an overall, I had the most saves out of any goalkeeper in the league, right? And if we was to go and look at the goals that we conceded, right, very quickly. First game, we played against 26ers, right? First goal that we conceded, I get the ball off a save, I pass it out to Coda Silva, give him the clear indication to turn. He doesn't decide to turn, gets dispossessed, they sweaty it, score a goal, right?
Your fault.
I'm not saying that.
No, I'm not saying it's what I'm
You
saying.
can't
They're
say
saying it's
that.
your fault.
No, but I'm saying...
No, I'm saying, are they saying it's your
can't say
fault?
that.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Are they saying that's your fault?
I bloody hope not. But this is what I'm saying.
That's what I was asking.
Second goal, we concede, right? Ball is kicked in from a throw in. We didn't set enough, even though we called for it to be set. Kojo takes a shot from very close distance, wraps it 5-2, right? We win that game. Cool. We play against SDS. I mean, what's it called? Santan.
Yeah.
Albi scores a goal. Do you remember how that came about?
No, tell us.
Felivi lost the ball.
Felivi lost the ball.
Yeah, I remember
right?
it. I remember it. Sorry, Felivi.
No, listen, I love Felivi. He's literally one of my favourite players in the league. Second goal, literally, ball gets passed in, now Ranger holds the ball up.
Bailey. Might have been.
It was Bailey, but Bailey got pinned.
But on top of that, there's one player that doesn't track Dominic Voss. Dominic Voss is through a goal, takes a shot. Could I have saved it? To be honest, he's close out. That was just a decent finish from a decent striker.
Could have saved it.
Should you have said
But it's
It's
no,
a
but
tough
wait,
one.
hold on, 1 minute.
No, I'm saying it's a tough one. Like, I'm saying in a different day, maybe, but like, if a geezer's literally like, what? Like, trust me, if geezer's like 7 yards away from you, it's a guessing game at that point.
No, but flip it though. You're asking the keeper to save it, but you should have tracked the runner, right?
That's also true.
But it's like, you know, it's like that's all great in that, yeah. But it's like, okay, the runner wasn't tracked. Now keeper, do your job.
This guy's a fool.
It's like, do your job now.
So,
It's like you're going straight to phase 2. You're skipping phase 1.
once again,
Don't take
No, but listen.
Because if I was 1-on-1 and I missed, you're going to be like, why didn't you do your job? So if you're 1-on-1 with an attacker, do your job. What's wrong with that?
What's the probability though?
The
Is it the same?
The goal is
I've
like
asked
this
you.
big.
I've asked you a question.
You're 16 foot 10.
So wait.
just stretch.
So wait. I've got a question.
16 foot 10.
When somebody takes a penalty, like say for example, they're 11 aside, do you expect the goalkeeper to save it?
Yes, sometimes.
Exactly, sometimes.
Whatever, man.
It is
might be
20%. It
a
is
Lulu
20% in goalkeeper's favour.
With Toby Ball in there. Toby Ball, top keeper, he would save it.
Like, he is a good goalkeeper. But I'm saying, it's 20%. So it's the same thing in this case where you've got a player even closer than 11 yards, right? It always is going to favour the striker. It's the same way as if you was taking a shot from there, I would expect you to score. If you miss that, then we're having words because I would expect you to score.
And that's why I'd expect you to save it.
But anyway.
Defy the odds. I don't know. Do
No, I'm
something.
saying,
So you're there.
Defy the odds.
Defy the odds.
Defy the odds is crazy.
Well, we might as well just have no keeper and have an extra striker then. If the odds are always in the favor, we might as well have a rush keeper, monkey rush. Because what's happening here? We might just have an extra player.
You know what? One day, just get him in net, please. Just get you in net.
I've been in goal before and I was good. And I was getting...
Why are you not in the Prem?
Huh?
I expect you to save everything.
Nah, I wouldn't want to be a
You
goalkeeper.
know what I mean? Like-
Goalkeepers just get blamed for everything.
Quick question, no?
Yeah.
Who do you think has been the best keeper in Ball League so far? Because I've got mine.
There's only one answer for that. And
Yeah.
there's
I
only one answer
think
for
it's
that.
Aaron Stevens.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Another Delulu land over here. Impossible.
I think it's been Toby Ball.
Oh, that's
I'm
biased.
not
man.
even-
That's biased.
Pop it out
That's
because
biased.
I'm going to tell you why as well.
Wait. Can I say something?
No.
No. Before you say anything,
Yeah.
Look at the difference, where he's in a similar environment, right, where he's also made mistakes, but they've just kind of trusted in him. I feel like most teams have trusted in a goalkeeper, because if you get rid of a goalkeeper, unless it's a United situation where like you bring him by in there and he stinks up against Newcastle, and Onana's like, okay, I'm safe, I can come back for another week. If a goalkeeper has an even decent game, he's going to stay in. With an outfield player, you can give him a run out of 5 minutes, he can like score a goal, or like you can sub him out, blah, blah. Like, it doesn't affect the game as much as changing out a goalkeeper. Like, changing out a goalkeeper is a big statement. Like, you do that, that clearly shows like there's a lack of trust or whatever in that sense. Marth has been my coach at UTR. And I can't lie, I've made way more mistakes at UTR, but he's trusted in me over there. And we've gone seasons invincibles, we've won all the trophies outside of like London and National in like multiple seasons. You know what I mean? And that shows a difference, because like with my situation, right, the thing that doesn't get mentioned at all, right, is the stuff that happens behind the scenes, right? Not only was I already getting dogged by people in our... No. I don't fucking care. Right? Yeah. No pause. No. Because metaphorically...
No, I think you mean physically.
That's what... No. I'm being deadly serious. Look.
whoa.
I don't care. Listen, I'm doubling down. I don't care.
I
don't care. Right? Listen.
Milk. Go.
The people in the entourage of SDS was already destroying so many people and like what they were doing to players, whether that was like chatting grease on them online, or the fact that they were also talking about me behind my back, to people of like other teams, right? Not knowing that I've got connections to those people.
So they weren't even keeping it in-house. They were
Nah.
violating
And, like,
everywhere.
and the difference is, I'm not gonna lie, there was definitely times where I was part of the team. I like, say for example, game week 1, like when Bailey made that mistake for your goal, I went straight up to him and he was asking me, he was like, oh, like, how can I improve? I was like, brother, I can't lie, the tracking back's not been good. Like, that's where we need to improve. But I would say that to his face because I want him to like improve. Like, I don't need a reason to like talk stuff behind people's back, all of that stuff, because it's only just gonna cause more havoc. Like, I don't need that. But it annoyed me that like people saying different things, and like when we did actually win against Cortez, the way things changed up like this. We're talking people doing interviews, sending like slight subliminals or like indirects about like, oh yeah, we finally found our missing piece, we found our keeper, blah, blah, all of that stuff. Bear in mind, I'm still part of the team, right? When the team is celebrating and all of that stuff, I wasn't really getting involved as much. But cool. On top of that, even when I got in there on the day, there was people that wouldn't even look me in the face. And I'm still part of the team. I'm talking like, I had to go up to them to just be like, hey, like, what's good? And they'd be like, oh, yeah, you good, brother. People wouldn't talk to me no more. Like, literally, I was not part, like, after that game we had against Treble, I already heard murmurs of, like, people talking stuff about me. And, like, even the week that I got dropped, like, I didn't know that I was getting dropped or anything. Like, we had a training session on the Friday. I let Sharky know that I couldn't make the training session because I had like a brand new. That was the first training session that I ever missed at SDS, right? He couldn't answer me because he was away in the Bahamas doing some stuff for like his knee or whatever.
Yeah.
No one in the team had a chat with me after that treble game or told me that I was out the team. They didn't speak to me about if I'd done well, where I could have improved, no nothing. There was nothing. And even when I finally did get kicked out of the team, I dropped a message to like Sharky saying that I felt like I totally agreed with the fact that, yeah, get Haff in, blah, blah, like, I'm not stupid, like, it's football, it's part of the game. If you think that that's a move, it happens everywhere in football, right? And I was like, I agree, like, you know, you've got a new system, hopefully he fits that system. But I did still feel hard done by the way that they treated me when I was leaving. I didn't get no reply from Sharky after that, no nothing. So even when, like, because people have always questioned me about why did I do the whole stunt, right?
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah, we're actually getting to that. So let's get to that.
We're here. No,
we landed.
And I'll tell you this, right?
Now, what brought you to think
We
about
need to
doing that?
understand the thought
and I'll tell
process.
you, I'll tell-
Because
yeah.
I saw you warming up the keeper. Now, I didn't see you, but I saw you, if that makes sense. I saw someone, and I didn't understand who the someone was, because at this point, I thought, raw, Undertaker. I can't see this person.
That was the vibe I was going for still.
So I couldn't see this person. I saw the, what's it, Max Pittman?
Max
I saw
Pittman,
him warming up with someone. I was thinking,
I ain't seen that before.
I haven't seen.
Normally
Is
it's
he
the
with?
players doing that with him.
He's not wearing
Normally
yellow.
the kid, he ain't got yellow on.
Who's he with? I thought this was a wilder card.
Aye.
I thought this was
A
something
wilder
different.
card.
But
So,
talk to me.
I'll tell you this, right? So I got a lot of people online that thought that I was doing it for like my 5 minutes of fame, whatever. Couldn't care less. Once I was out of Baller League, I was like, I'm out of Baller League. I don't want to be involved in anything. And like, also I spent the last couple of weeks in the public eye, whatever, for all the stuff on there. And I've also been doing socials and TV for years, so I don't need the exposure, right? People are gonna say that I did it for the money.
I heard about that.
And we'll get to that.
Day.
And we'll get to that in a second as well. And people said that I done it out of spite because I was pissed off that I got kicked out of the team.
I heard that too.
Which is also not the case, right? I'll explain to you. So I know Ginger's a wind-up, right? And he's been winding up SDS for the whole time that we was there. He's even been trying to wind me up at times and all of these things. But the one thing that I'll give credit to him and his team, as much as they like say things on camera, they're quite like animated because that's what sells. Out of that, they're probably the only people that came up to me and like, they gave me more love than SDS would give me more love, which is already crazy enough, right? But that's besides the point. Ginge hits me up a week in advance. I'm in Poland. I'm living my best life, right? He hits me up. He's like, listen, I've got this idea, by the way. Listen, you can get your get back on SDS, blah, blah. I want you to walk out, you know, with our top on, blah, blah, all of that stuff. And I said, no chance. Because let's be honest, this is all for you. Like, this is going to benefit you. This is only going to cause me more havoc.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to burn bridges. I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
He hit me up for the whole week, right? And I kept saying, no, 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 no. He even started putting money on the line.
Hey.
And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to go into specifics. There was a couple thousands put in the line, right? To just go out there for 30 seconds, do my thing. And I still said no. Then he carried on, saying a bigger number. He doubled it. I still said no. Then he carried it even more. I even put it into the group chat with the man them. And all of the man them were like, brother, do it. Like, what is wrong with
Do
you?
it from the jump, by the way.
I said no. I'm not.
I said do it.
Yeah.
Randy Orton.
One game! 50 pairs! I would have got a tattoo.
50 there.
I'm telling you, yeah,
I would have got a tattoo right here.
Saying what? Doing what?
I don't know. United!
So I'm telling you, I said no because ultimately I knew that even if they offered me a certain amount of money, like, not in an egotistical way, if I do a couple like shoots or whatever,
You get that back.
I can get that back.
Yeah.
And without, I don't have to burn bridges or nothing like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah, natural.
money was never
Yeah.
that reason. However, so I made that decision literally probably like 2-3 hours before Baller League happened, right? So he still had to go get the shirt, all of that stuff. Like they were panicking.
So you hit him up saying, let's do it.
I set like the final price because I was like, I know that I can flip and get some more money out of it.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm gonna do it,
Do it right. Yes.
On my demands, actually.
only to like find out that it was actually JJ who was setting up like the whole money side of things. Anyway. So I was like, I probably could have
Got
doubled
more.
it. You know what I mean?
Could have done more.
But once again, it wasn't for the money, all of that stuff. And I even asked them, I was like, listen, can I like, because like JJ got involved in it a bit as well. And I was like, look, can I at least let them know that I'm doing the stunts? So like, there's no bad blood. They're like, no, you're not allowed to. Like, you have to keep it like literally incognito as much. Like, they were like, look, we want you to like be hidden. Like, you're gonna warm up max, so it doesn't like seem as weird, but like you're gonna come out, do your thing, blah, blah, blah. And the only reason why I'd done it was because...
The money long.
No. When that same day, I found out that people are still mentioning me and like still talking bad. When I was at SDS, I don't think I ever done anyone wrong. Like I was checking in on people like that weren't playing. I even said that I wanted to, out of my own pocket, pay for like a team dinner or anything or like activities so we could get team bonding, all of that stuff. Like I always wanted the best for my team. And I'm hearing people say like all these crazy things about me.
When you say
I'm not
people,
gonna go into it. No, I'm not gonna go into
when
it.
you say people, you mean inside SDS, inside the camp?
I'm
Or you're
saying
talking,
players and higher ups.
okay.
So it was people that I was like, oh, like they was like, oh, like we don't want to burn bridges, whatever. And I'm like, you kind of did by, you know, chatting shit. Once again, to people that they didn't know were connected to me. So I'm like, if you can say that to them, imagine the type of things that you're saying outside of that.
Yeah.
And then like you've got people on SDS, like podcasts, they were shitting on me every week, all of that stuff. And you're telling me like, you're allowing all of that stuff. Like I don't usually I don't let those things bother me because there's always gonna be like keyboard warriors everywhere. But like you're doing all of these things even when I'm no longer involved with you. Like I've been a week away from the team and I'm still getting brought up in like videos, all of that stuff. And I'm like, this is rough. And it pissed me off. And I was like, look, I'm gonna do it. Like, cause a part of me was pissed off. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I decided to do like the whole situation, blah, blah. I knew that it's gonna anger some people because they're the rivals, all of that stuff. But in my mentality, I was like, look, the transfer window's closed as well. I'm not gonna sign with another team. And also, being a goalkeeper that got wildcarded and dropped, I'm probably not gonna be in the league in the future anyway. So I was like, look, I'm gonna do this, last thing, and then just go on holiday. I just literally put all this behind me.
So you took that was the holiday money. So you already planned the trip.
A little bit.
That's what
Planned ahead.
you was in Vegas, innit?
Nah,
you was
nah,
in
nah,
a-
nah, nah,
I thought I saw you in the
Where'd you go?
casino, no?
No, definitely
Oh,
not.
fair
No, I went to Poland and no, actually no. Poland was before. I've only just been to Manchester, but hopefully in the future.
went to Manchester?
Yeah, that was fun. I can't lie. But that's a whole other thing.
Interesting choice to spend your money. Went to see JJ in his home. Interesting choice. Hello, guy.
But yeah, no, like, because even after the game, I purposely went out my way to like, I calmed it down for a little bit. I knew like people are gonna be pissed off, but I messaged the shit ton of people, just being like, look, I know that this happened. There was never no intention of it like being in like pure bad health or whatever. There was a few people in that team that did look out for me, but I'm telling you, like, I got kicked out of the team. Like 3 people checked up on me, out of the whole team, all of that stuff, right? All of this. It just felt, it felt weird. It felt weird to me, and like, I didn't feel a certain type of way, and I was like, if these lot can still go about and like treat me in a certain type of way, F it. But in my head also, I knew, I was like, because I do still care for SDS, like, there's still a lot of my boys now. I was like, look, that's probably going to be the kick up the arse that they need to actually start doing their thing. They see that, going up against a United team that was literally like winning every game, you need that. You need that hunger, that passion to get your get back. And they nearly won. So fair play too.
Can I ask you a question then?
Go on.
You know when you revealed the top here?
Yeah.
How did it make you feel at the moment? 'Cause
Oh.
when I was watching, I was like, that's no way!
Do you want me to be honest with
No,
you?
tell the truth, tell the truth, tell the truth.
I can't lie, I hated it. But not because of the premise, it's just, you've known me for years, yeah? I mean, all of you guys have known me for years.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person like that, yeah? I've kept a clean record and a clean brand for the last 5 years. I knew that this would be controversial, but I was like, hopefully, like, I was like, look, I'm probably going to lose a bit of following, whatever, blah, blah, but like, F it, I'm just going to do it. Like, once I just said that, 3, 2, 1, done it, and I was like, I'm just going to have to live with the consequences of it now,
Bro,
you know what I mean?
do you know the nostalgia that it brought? Bro, all I heard was, you think you know me?
Yeah. I was telling you, I was giving the John Cena.
I did myself a figure, baby, done it.
It was going crazy.
He's come out, he's
I
back.
couldn't believe
I'm
it.
telling you,
So it's come out of nowhere as well.
When I clocked it was you, I was like, yeah, this is kind of mad. When I saw the...
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
And the gins on the whole
yeah, I came out with the money in the bag, bro.
Money in the bag.
That's what I'm saying. WWE settings.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know when it's your favourite and he just lost and he's in the ring on the floor and all you hear is, you think you know me? Man's coming with the briefcase.
Hey, listen, John.
Told the referee, yo, ring it. I'm saying, nah, not now, man, he's dead.
But yeah, listen, John Cena had his heel turn this year as well, wouldn't it? So
man.
it only felt right. But yeah, man, like, I'm telling you, even right now, I still want them to do their thing, right? Because Sharky's still my boy. Like literally
You two still friends, yeah? You still cool?
literally the next day, like we messaged each other, like we squashed the beef.
Yeah.
Like I was watching the game against M5, watching it. He was like, oh, he was hoping for a hate watch. I was like, nah, it's not that deep. But yeah, I was watching the game. Like I'm all chill with like most of them. There's one.
Most.
Yeah. There's one geezer that I don't even want to give the light of saying his name.
damn.
Some Real Madrid fan that does the podcast on the SDS channel. That, you know, something like that.
For how?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
squashed
yeah,
that.
this
They
is what I'm
squashed
saying.
that. Yeah.
He was saying so much smack about him. Like I know that there's a difference between like content and like football, but where like Ginge does it differently is like, even if his team was to play shit, he doesn't shit on his players. For them, their mentality is like, oh, if we're controversial, seem pissed off, then it's like, oh, it's gonna bring in views. But at the same time, you're killing like the whole vibe of the team. Because also, the way that you speak is only gonna bring that type of energy to the people in the back room. Like, and these are guys that, like, no offense, but like, they don't kick ball.
I was
like,
just about to say that. You
their-
see when you're
their
criticising people,
their mentality
yeah?
is of highlight tapes they see on TikTok or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro.
No offense to them. Like, oh yeah, because they watched the highlight clip of like Maldini back in like, you know, the 90s. Or something, like, you know what I mean? And they're like, oh yeah, I know everything about football. Like, nah, like, piss off.
Can you
man.
take criticism from someone who doesn't kick?
Do you know what I'm saying?
You can
Like,
take criticism and learn from anyone.
No, when I mean, I'm talking.
You're smiling when you're saying that though. Hold on 1 minute.
I'm saying for that instant there. So you see, I'm assuming them two don't kick ball like that. But you see, if that man is to draw you out, obviously they're part SDS and whatnot. Me personally, I'm looking at you saying, bro, put on the kit and show me what I'm meant to
No,
do.
do you
Then.
know what it is? Yeah, I feel like with me, yeah, I'm kind of like mad level-headed. Like as much as I make people like react to me, but like me, I'm mad level-headed. So like, I know someone can't kick ball. And they're
like,
trying to teach me how to score goals.
exactly, yeah.
It's not teaching, but he's bad enough.
I'll actually look at you and be like, yeah, do you know what else should I do? I want to know everything you want to know because clearly I don't know. I've only done this for how long?
Facts.
But you know more, so keep on teaching me.
You know what's wild though? It got to a point where I was getting stopped in public by people that are clearly like SDS fans. They're like,
Oh shit!
They genuinely. They already had like, a certain perception with me, yeah.
Barrists!
Off that, and I'm like, chill the fuck out. Like,
kill
you know what I mean?
Have you gone?
No, do it, John. I'll be real, yeah. I just feel like I think it was a very good decision by you. You have to be a villain in someone's story.
100%.
Everyone's a villain in someone's story, and at that time, it made the most sense. It was beneficial to you. It was out of Ballers League, but I don't feel like you won't.
He was the devil on my shoulder.
I promise you.
He was the devil on my shoulder.
If you said it to me, I I would have been giving you other ideas to lanterns, anything you want. I would have said, yeah, like make it the most of
man.
it.
I'm telling
No,
you.
because like, bro, you're going to be the villain in someone's
Randy
story.
Orton turning heel was the best thing to ever
But-
happen in
and
but-
WWE,
but I was
bro.
more- but this is what I'm saying.
Wrestling, you know, this is
Even
better.
before I stepped out of that pitch,
voices.
I'm joking.
no, but even before I stepped out of that pitch, I was already a villain. Because the way that they
That's what
made it
I'm saying,
out,
yeah, so
like,
it made a difference.
I'm telling you, like flipping all podcasts, all of that stuff. Because I'm telling you, that's not me trying to shit on him or whatever. But in that game against M5, Haff also made some pretty big mistakes. But that energy's not the same because, I mean, the team won the game, right?
Yeah.
And like, even if you see in the podcast on how they kept the energy with him, because the moment that I got dropped, Haff made like literally like a sideways pass, and they're like, "Oh my god, I already feel so much safe." And you know what I mean? Like professional glazing, like they were doing 360s on that shit, like you know what I mean?
That is so
This is what I'm saying. So
Oh my
like,
god, oh my gosh.
this is what I'm saying. I'm telling you, that whole
where have you
room,
been?
just like
I must
this,
have been a pro somewhere.
I'm telling you, just like this room, the whole room was covered in white, and it started green.
Chill.
That's what I'm saying.
Chill.
So this is what I'm saying. Like,
Oh my goodness.
that's why I felt like when you were saying about the whole scapegoating thing, yeah, like there was so much things that was happening behind the scenes, and like the way that things were carried. Because I'm telling you, prior to that game against Treble, yeah, and I'm gonna own up, I did make like that error for like in the game changer. I made an error, blah blah. The ball swerved away from me. I'm not happy with that mistake myself, and I can tell you that easily. However, literally 24 hours before that, I've got Sharky and all of these guys saying, listen, you're our leader, you're like one of our most important pieces, you're pretty much like a vice captain over here, like we need everything from you.
You had the armband at one point, didn't you?
No, because we didn't have an armband like until like game week 5.
No, but
There is one now.
were you the captain at one point?
It
Not
kind of
necessarily
felt
without
like
the
it.
armband.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it. Like,
Okay.
and it's crazy because like we had Maz come in, and I could even tell like from the training session he kind of already didn't fuck with me. So like I kind of
Maz,
like
Maz
Coach
Jones.
Maz.
Maz, oh,
I like
Gaffer Maz.
you know like he had a decision to make, and like I totally understand it. It's football, right? And it's a decision that's kind of worked out for them. So fair play, but it kind of already felt like the time was coming at that point as well.
I'll be real.
Yeah.
I'll say this, yeah. Did you ever play on the Maz?
Nah.
And I feel like as a new manager coming in, I feel like maybe he should have given you your chance underneath him because he did change a lot within the team.
That's what I'm saying.
So I feel like it might have been like, obviously like he did what he decided to do and it seemed to have worked out.
Yeah.
But it could have worked out with you still in the team.
There's gaffers that will come into clubs and they
Bring their
already know
players
who
straight
they're
away.
bringing in. They already
Bring
know
their
who they're
players
bringing in.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't. But
No, that
this
does happen.
Think about it, as a goalkeeper
Yeah.
to be gone in 24 hours.
It's kind of
I felt like that was what, because literally you had that one game, cool, whatever. But even like I said, even if you look at how the games are played, SDS from a few weeks ago is not the same SDS that
that's
plays
what
now. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like he changed everything. He should
Yeah.
have at least given you a chance to do it.
Are you taking that money? Your scenario?
I told him do it from the jump, bro. Like he negotiated his way there. I said, yeah, bro, for the plot, I would have done it. I would have said,
So
yeah,
just for the
cool.
plot?
Yeah.
For the plot, I would have done it. I said, bro, like in that situation there, like I said, I probably would have crashed out. Like he took it in a very good way. Like me
Took it in a good
personally,
way.
Pause.
pause. But
Just saying.
nah, like
Took it in a
nah.
good way. What's a good way to take it?
Yo.
That's crazy.
But yeah, nah. He went about the situation in a very good manner. I like that. But nah, like emotions do obviously play up a lot as well, especially like in situations like this. Like me personally, like I said, I would have crashed out, but I'll probably.
I've seen people crash out for way less.
Yeah,
That's
I would
exactly
have
that I
done
was gonna
something. But
say.
yo,
I'll be real though.
Buff-
I don't feel like you won't ever play Borders League again though. Like, have you heard about the new things that might be happening like next season?
I heard there was
Like
you
tier
can hit
1 and
6
tier
players
2.
that can get signed,
Yeah.
but this is what I was asking about the draft pool. Are the
Yeah.
people in the draft pool still going to be available?
So I reckon the people in the draft pool will still be there, but then they'll add more people to the draft.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the man are going to get brought in. From
Yeah, but then I'm hearing that like during each team there's going to be different tiers. So you see how
Yeah,
you said, so you see how you said
yeah.
now you're happy to be a team player. If you're now, I don't know, let's say there's 4 tiers, yeah. If you're now tier 4 because you've just been happy to be a squad player.
Nah, if I'm tier 4, I'm crashing out.
No, but wait, hold on.
Wait.
No, I'm just saying like, okay, let's say this, yeah. Let's say they can have 2 people in tier 1, 3 in tier 2.
And I'm sure the
4,
money's different
and
as
then
well.
3.
No, it
So
is.
at the
The
top,
money's
it
so at
is.
the top,
It
let's say
is.
the top is
Top of the
800,
tree.
then it goes 600, then it goes
400,
400, then
yeah.
it goes 250. If you're now part of the 250 because you wanted to be,
Bro.
yeah, I want my team to win. I want my team to win. Then
Wait.
now you can't be mad because you wanted your team to win.
I stopped non-league ball for Baller League, yeah, because I knew the price it was coming with.
Yeah.
If I'm getting 2/5 on my life, I'm walking.
Wait, I'll tell you this though. I felt a little bit different because realistically, I kind of always
Come on,
Go on.
flicks.
Sorry. We're good in here, man. We're
go ahead.
comfy in there.
like. I know that not everybody's like in the same like wavelength or whatever. For me, when I was playing those games, like if there was other people that were earning more than me, that's fine because I got like the 400 that was getting paid, that was just rent money. You know what I mean? But for me, the
know
rest
your
it was
worth,
no,
though,
because
man.
the rest of it was like I've also got other ventures that I can like rely on and all of that stuff. So if it does mean that I have to sacrifice myself for someone else to like for us to bring in like someone that's gonna help us win, then I'll be willing to be a team player. But
So you take the 250.
but look how it ended
But that's
up
for
for
you
me,
though. Yeah, that's
And
for
look,
you though.
I'm telling you, the good guys finish last.
Facts.
That's why you
Facts.
shouldn't be taking the 250. Me, if I'm not tier 1, cool, we're gonna have a discussion about tier 2. A strong one. I need
Facts.
every minute of every game now if I'm tier 2.
No, facts, 100%. You're
that's what I'm saying, that's the
Taking
situation
2/5 a week. No, 2/5 a week.
That's a bag a month though.
That's travel, just about.
But they
probably
get you Ubers and
food
that.
shop, whatever.
They give you food after games.
Yo, you lot are playing half an hour of football.
It's
and
easy
the
bread.
four
You
bills,
can't get
the
it
four
wrong.
bills
Yeah.
alone is mental.
That's what I'm
250
saying.
I'm not,
But here's
listen,
what-
I'm not looking at 250 if we're talking tier. But I want the.
You want the what?
Yeah.
You want
That's what I'm saying.
what do you want?
But that's what I'm saying.
You want the top? You want the
No,
top?
but that's what I'm saying. Man, them know their worth, though. Do you get what I'm saying?
So what's your
Like,
worth then?
Bro,
In your team right now,
in my team right
tier
now,
1 will probably be
I'm not getting tier 1.
Mike's and Dom. Yeah?
Yes, yeah, that's
Okay.
established.
So you're thinking
Established.
tier 2?
So I'm thinking tier 2. If I'm seeing tier 3, it might be a bit controversial.
Tier
So-
2 will probably be
tier 2,
Albion the keeper.
No, but wait, hold on 1 minute.
That's
You're
true.
forgetting
All-
one.
all
Keeper.
that-
You're
all that-
forgetting
all that-
someone.
I think the keepers.
that
Rich has been pulling. Rich has been coming through for the team, bro. You can't
Yeah.
sit there.
Oh, what,
and
that
even
Arch,
then,
Okay.
with him, I'm saying to him, bro, like
Who's Rich?
Richard F.
Gente.
Yes,
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying
Sorry,
to him,
sorry,
bro,
sorry.
man
Still.
comes on and he bags. I'm saying to
yeah.
him, so he started off as like as a sub. He started coming on, bro. He's bagging. Like people are starting to understand.
Now
his
he's a
value.
crusher.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, he's the only player I call him a threat player. Players come across him, and he's like,
Impact
bro,
player.
it's a problem, bro.
Yeah,
We got to deal with it somehow. Like we have certain players in the team that we know that can do X, Y, Z. You got the distributors, you got the threat players, you got the
Conductors
the
and them,
conductors.
man,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like we look at Dom, we look at Max, bro. They're conductors, bro. Like, even Albs. Albs, I like to say he's a risk taker.
Yeah.
Because from someone, he's not originally a defender. We know this now. He's a DM in it, but he comes out from the back line and he presses up. He'll do the dribble and whatnot. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a bit risky. I'm here for it.
Comes out from the back line and does the dribble.
And it's
Alright.
risky.
All right, and it
Brother,
is-
you didn't even stop.
Wow, wait, wait,
It's
wait.
three of the
Just
best.
No, but you know what I'm saying? I'm here for a
the
risk
back.
taker.
Comes out from the back.
I'm here for
and
a
he
risk taker.
dribbles. And then he
I
dribbles.
started this nonsense. I shouldn't have started it. Fuck me.
Man said he comes out from the back and then he dribbles. Do you know how
Yeah,
mad
yeah.
that is? He comes out from the back and dribbles.
We know we didn't play at the back. That's how we started. He comes from the back. He's a DM, so he doesn't play at the back. Let's start there.
Underneath.
All right.
Sorry.
No. But like, I'm here to say, like, the risk. I feel like Baller League, if you don't have risk takers, it's not gonna get you anywhere.
Yeah.
You can have 3-4 players.
I
on the
think that
pitch.
was the problem with your team at the start.
No.
You need to have risk takers.
I don't think SDS had any.
No, I think it was the opposite. I think they had too
If
many
you don't take
egos.
the, I'd rather.
100%.
No, but it was bare safe. I was expecting
Now you know what? Yeah,
Dids to an extent to be that person, but I don't think Dids could do it consistently like that. He could play, but if I'm talking about someone that's like, is he gonna non-league thing? Is he gonna go behind the last man? Is he gonna? Do you know what I mean?
yeah. There was none of that.
They didn't have that.
Literally,
I don't think that's a
I
lie,
can't.
but God.
I can't lie. Most of our games to start off with was literally long shots from distance, especially like second, third game. Like it was literally we won't even try and break down teams. We'll get to positions where we might be able to get a shot off, and then we'll try like cut back or do something. Blah blah. Like it just didn't make sense. So like you said, risk takers 100%.
Hey, what do you man think of the game changers though?
I feel like the line, you know, the one about the line.
That's
it
bullshit.
doesn't change the game at all.
It doesn't.
I think the line should be
What would you bring in?
take the line away, so it's like there's no offsides.
What would you bring in, Luca said?
Oh, that's just gonna be that would be carnage.
No,
though.
because it changes the game.
Yeah.
Instead of making the line like shoot from behind the line,
But no
you
one
get 2 points.
shoots.
Just make it the line disappears.
Yeah.
And now it's everyone go anywhere. There's no offside. Just literally 3 minutes of cage ball done.
I hear me out.
I think
this
there's only
though.
one goal that went in. I think it was.
Josh Harrop.
I think
Yeah.
no,
No, it was the treble. Yeah,
treble.
yeah, yeah.
The
Treble
tall
game.
striker is the Izzy brother scored from behind the line. That's
Yeah.
the only time I've
Exactly.
seen, and he got 2 goals for it. That's the only time I've seen it happen still. But
Hear
sorry, what
me
you
out on
saying?
this one though. I'm saying man them free touch only on the pitch.
Oi,
Can
what?
man them handle it?
No chance.
Hey.
Not with the quality I've seen. Are you insane?
Wait,
no
that's not
chance.
a pause before, but
I'll be honest.
No chance.
free touch on the pitch.
No
can man
Can
them
we
handle
get
it?
a VAR on
Should I be
that?
honest with you?
No
I
chance.
beg.
I don't think man them would be able
I
to handle
reckon
it.
that will,
Free touches on the
that
ball is
will-
mental, by the
that
way.
will make
It's mental. That's mental.
Bundesliga better.
This is what I'm saying. We
This
had
is
the
what
whole
I'm
VAR
saying.
check over
So
there.
it's
It's
my-
mental. It's mental.
When I got asked the other day, I was like, if you had to change a game changer, I said I'll take out the line. I said, what do you replace it for? I said, put every man on free touch because you'll see ball movement, you'll see good play.
Struggle.
That's not
Struggle.
I watch it. It's not that bad, man. That's
Struggle.
not bad. That's like
No, I rate that from what I've seen.
Wait, what did you do?
You rate the ball movement, yeah?
wait.
You rate 3 touches.
Listen to what I'm saying. No, blood. I didn't say no. I didn't accept that.
Oh, okay.
What I said was the ideology of that game breaker
Yeah.
is a positive.
Okay.
But what I'm
100%
saying is,
touch.
based on the football I have seen, no, it's not
Wait,
gonna
wait.
work.
Can I tell you why that wouldn't work as well?
gonna work.
Because no offense, yeah, you've brought in some people that are like, you know, ex-prem, but the refereeing has been shocking. You trying to do free touch?
Yeah, but that's
the
normal,
referee.
though. That's
It's not gonna
controversial.
work, bro.
The referee already admit to it being controversial.
No, but I'm saying like if you try to do free touch, yeah, you already know that the referees are gonna be like, oh, could this work? Blah blah. It'll just be too much stoppages.
Yeah, that's true. Everything has to be on time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
very timely. When I was there, I realized how much they have to stay on time
Yeah.
of everything, and I get it. Like, I feel like that probably would be hard. I think taking away the line would probably be the easiest.
Do you know what I'd say the most effective one is? The free play. Free v free.
Yeah.
That's drills, bro.
But
That is standard
but
drills.
when we first watched it,
Oh.
it was a shit show.
But it's mad because at 11 aside ball, we do those training sessions.
But not
get what I'm
everyone's
saying?
playing there of that quality,
I
bro.
nearly
It's
bagged off that as
mental.
well.
Bro, I'm
That
telling
little
you.
tiny sidewinder that just
if you could, obviously, played for SDS.
Yeah.
If you had to pick the tiers for each player, who would you pick to go in what tier?
Are we basing it off ability or are we basing it
Of
off?
what you
What
would
you
do.
think?
What you would
Okay.
Importance.
So I'll say this, yeah. In SDS, I'll probably say Kaz is the first person in tier one.
Yep.
Now, if we're gonna go off like importance, then I feel like you've got to go Diz because he's the captain.
Yeah.
But if I had to go like also just ability and importance in that sense, I think on his day Camilo could be like there. I think in tier one, which that means you have to push down this tier two, and then I think. Huh? I think he's finally started to get things going. And I think when it comes down to the consistency of stuff, I think a very underrated player that doesn't get talked about enough, Finley Chadwick. I think if he was in another team right now and he would actually be a starting player, he would be way more talked about. Because he comes off the bench, bags a goal, he's confident to take a player on, good with both feet.
He's sound defensively as well.
But
so.
exactly.
I don't see anything in that in the Milo youth, the Camilo youth. I ain't seen it.
No, like-
I don't think so.
I ain't seen it.
no, he's finally
on
started to
SDS.
click.
I have not. When I'm looking at SDS, I'm looking at Kaz, Diddy, Haff. Bailey's been moving. Bailey's
Yeah,
better.
Bailey's been moving
better. Filivi's better. Then it's the rest, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'll put Bailey
done
in.
his
We
thing
even
as
let him
well.
get out of his top two. Pick
Yeah.
your top two.
Top two.
Yeah.
Kaz and who?
So you pick.
You said Kaz is definitely number one.
I'll say Kaz and Diz.
Tier one.
Yeah.
And then tier two. is
Tier
three
two,
players.
I'm going to go, okay, I'm going to go Camilo,
Yeah.
Finley,
Yeah.
and we'll go for Levy.
Yeah.
Then,
You,
Was-
you can stop there. That's it. That's
no, like tier three,
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Bailey.
Go on then.
Yeah.
How many? Oh, he's
4.
split.
Let's say 2, 3, 4. Then
That's
five.
4 bills, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll say
Bailey.
I'll say Bailey. I'm trying to remember who's actually on the team. No. Like, because he keeps getting rotated, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, Bailey.
Well, I'm gonna go Haff because
Haff's
start.
there.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
This is the thing.
Hussein Mardi's there.
What is he like? Perm, or is he just like a wild card? Because yeah, he's just a wild card.
He's a
Oh
wild
no!
card.
Oh HM. Sorry.
Oh,
God. Oh my God.
I don't know why I thought Hamza for a second.
Hamza's another one. HM.
This is the problem because they've got a lot of players that like they're not consistently in the team. So like I think that they're good, but like because like you still have Calvin in the team, you still have Tyler Edmondson, who I can't lie, he got taken out the team, but prior for him taking out the team, I would have put him in tier 2.
Is it?
Yeah, genuinely, I think he was probably one of the most underrated defenders in the league. I just think what he had alongside him at times, they just wouldn't click.
Cole.
He'll be like
Smiling.
tier 3, tier 4.
Okay.
Like
You already did.
nothing against him.
Yeah.
I just think sometimes I've seen him play at his best. I don't think he's been anywhere close to those levels.
I'll be real, and coming from a different perspective,
Yeah,
he's had a stinker.
that's what
He's had a stinker this tournament. But that's because I know his capability.
I hate this because I have a feeling this is gonna get clipped up and it's gonna make it.
no,
but
It probably will get clipped
that's
up,
what
but
I'm saying.
it's opinions at the end of the day, innit?
No,
Right.
but wait,
It's
stop.
opinions.
Let's be honest.
No, sorry. It will get clipped up. I'm sorry. It will.
No, wait, let's be honest. Like,
No, he's good. He's a good
like
footballer.
he's a
but
very
that's
good
what I'm saying,
footballer.
yeah.
But even like on the first couple weeks, like you knew, like bro, even when we played against you, there was people from our fan base saying that he's the trigger man. So it's like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
See when
bro,
you're
I'm
when
not
you're
on his touch.
Oi.
On his touch,
No,
and,
that
whatnot.
is, that's
And I'm
what-
not saying that he's not a good player because I've seen him live. Oh, he's a very good player.
Yeah.
Bro.
Have you
Him,
seen Inside
Jay,
Out when that red thing has the hot? Someone calls you trigger man. Have you? Yeah.
But I'm
Sorry,
saying
go
like,
on.
I feel like Baller League is hit or miss. Like you've seen other players as well. Charlie Wakefield, for example.
Yeah.
Man, them know about Charlie Wakefield. He's a fucking baller, bro. Like he
Just
used
ain't
to
working.
ball out.
Yeah.
He hasn't done much this month. This tournament. Do you get what I'm saying? Or this league, I should say. But the pressure is on you when you're on the pitch. You've probably experienced it.
They were on me still.
You can't breathe when you're on the pitch.
they
Let me
were
throw that
on
out
me.
there. You
No.
can't breathe when you're on the
Like,
pitch.
but when I was there, like they were like, "Oh, we see you talking on the pod. Oh, Bass. Oh, Bass, we expect goals. Oh,
forget
Bass
it.
this. Oh, Bass."
I expected a hat trick from you.
I'm thinking, bro, but I'll be real, yeah. Like I only had one opportunity to score and I scored.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's
You-
what me being real.
Go away with one though.
Huh?
You go away with.
It was a
with that
deflection.
one, yeah.
It was a deflection. It was a
No,
deflection.
like he shot and got saved the
You know
side
what's
and then
mad?
got
Do you know what the
saved.
funniest thing
But
is?
I'm here for it. A goal's a goal.
No.
I'm
Do you know what the
here
funniest
for
thing
it.
is?
Go on, back your
I
chat.
hit it into the floor and I turned away and was like this. I already didn't even try to go for my rebound of my next shot. I knew I was scoring.
All I'm gonna say, as a striker, I would have expected you to score the first one. You know what I mean?
I agree. I should have. But it went in the back of the net.
No, it's
Goal's
all
a
love. It's
goal,
all
like.
love.
I'm here for it. I don't
I
care
played
how
one
it goes
game.
in. If
I
it
was
ends
on the
up.
top 5 foot mob in that game. I don't know. I don't know what some
You're dumb, you're
I
dumb.
was pinning people. I was bringing people into play. I did my job, but it's mad hot there. So who would be your tier 1 and tier 2 for Santan now that you're there?
I've got all right. So for my tier 1,
Yeah.
cool. We'll sit there and say, Mike and Dom, obviously, they've carried a lot on their shoulders. My thing would be, I've got 2 different versions. Cool. My first version will be Mike and Dom. My second version will probably be Dom
And Rich.
or Mike or Rich.
Yeah.
Because to me, and I've said this, I think Mike and Dom play very similar. So if you want, for someone like Rich, that's implemented so much on the team, the goals and whatnot, he's come on and changed the game, you'd have to give him tier 1. Do you get what I'm saying? So you want to go Michael Dom, I throw Rich in there as like the wild card of tier 1. Cool. Tier 2, I'd throw Albs in there, Renz, and I'd throw myself in there as well. I throw myself in there. I haven't received as much minutes. Give me more minutes.
What about McKenzie?
Yes, you know.
Yeah, Ren. Renz.
What's the keeper?
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Best keeper in ball league for me, by the way.
My opinion, the best keeper in ball.
Yeah,
you
I'm
can't go
happy,
wrong.
I
And
think you lot are sleeping on Aaron though.
Nah, bro.
Nah, rate Treble's keeper, but I just think, bro, he stops a lot, bro.
So does Aaron.
And hear me on this one, yeah. You see, when he
I don't
first
think Treble
started,
get troubled the way Santan get troubled, bro.
bro.
Personally, I don't think they get troubled like that, bro. There's the inconsistency with Santan
It's crazy.
is not great
I
compared
heard
to
Trump
Treble.
saying
They've
that
got
as
a
well.
balance.
It's jarring me.
Kieran's always there. Ethan's always there. Obviously, Sassy's come in. Small, like they're balanced.
See my thing on it, yeah.
They got me cleaning.
You saying
the president.
That always comes up. No, that always. You know when I'm watching the stream, yeah, when it goes to the hours laugh, he's lit for that.
Alright. Now hear me on this though, because I'm saying, if you was in my situation, you wasn't getting as much minutes as you thought you should be getting, but you're hitting top 4, would you be satisfied?
I wouldn't sit there and be mad and say, yo, you lot are not crashing out. Same thing you said, I'm not crashing out, but I'm having that conversation saying, yo, like you lot rate me in it because I'm getting goals, I'm doing what I need to do, so I need more minutes. Simple as that.
Like, as a goalkeeper, then no. But if I was outfield, then maybe, you know what I mean?
Like, do you man not like
Seen you outfield,
the way I see it?
That is disrespectful.
See them outfield, horrible sight. Can't use his feet.
Can't disrespect.
Can't use his feet, honestly.
That's why it happened. That might be why it happened.
The ball, what, are you satisfied if you're getting
Me?
top 4 and you're not
No.
playing as much? Why not though? Like,
No.
do you not think that comes down to being selfish?
No.
If you know that you're coming on, every man's playing their part. You're
just
looking
feel
at the
like-
bigger picture.
Okay, cool. Even if we're looking at the bigger picture, yeah, I would say that like personally, I would say that like I'm very good at most things that you need for Ballers League, and I would say that like if I was in a team and there was someone who wasn't producing as much as me, or there was too many people that were doing all the same thing, I would be annoyed because it's like you need something different on the pitch, and why am I not playing? And then if you don't have an answer for that, why should I be happy to sit on the bench? For what reason? If I'm different to the team, like let's say we have in a team, they normally do 2, then they have the 1 and the 2, like something like that. If you have one person who's dictating, yeah, it's calm, conducting that person, yeah, and then you bring another person on who does that, when it's like, but I would be more effective on that pitch than that other person. Why would I be happy with that? I'm not gonna be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna sit on the bench and just because we're gonna get top 4, because top 4 I'm probably not gonna see anything either. I'm just gonna go there and watch. And then what?
Just get a season
Yeah,
ticket.
I'm gonna go there and
on
watch.
the bench.
Yeah, that's personally not for me, innit? Like, obviously, you're saying that, like, obviously, you're thinking bigger picture, and I respect it highly. Like, by the way, I don't.
Don't get it twisted. I know my worth, and I'm saying,
Yeah.
cool. I'm choosing to
Yeah,
like play the humble route because
Yeah.
obviously it's not worth playing the egotistical.
yeah. No, I
route.
understand that 100%. I'm just saying, like, me personally, I don't think I would be happy with it personally. That's it.
I know what you've done, so you come for therapy. But your decision's your decision. We're gonna move on slightly, anyways.
You should always
Lads?
wrap up. Be safe.
It's been a pleasure, John. I think you said what needs to be said, but pleasure having you on the pod, Luca.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, man.
I think the therapy session has made
Alright, we
you.
got some answers out of it. We got some answers out of it. I'm gonna walk out of it a better man.
Hey, Bass. Always a pleasure, my guy, man.
My bro.
But yeah, make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, as always.
Hit that post notification bell as well, man.
Yeah.
Let's practice that one.
The bell. So
Let 'em
like,
know when
comment,
the next episode's
subscribe,
coming out and whatnot, man.
Yeah.
post notification. That bell, make sure you are notified when we post. Post notifications. And we are